Hello gardening chums, it's Dave here. Yes, some of you will know me and some won't, but I'm a man of many talents and one of them is taking cuttings. Very good at that, I've been told. This is the time of year to start taking some cuttings. You can cut, the best time is in the autumn or late summer, but sometimes you can take them any time through the year, but this is a good time because there's still some warmth in the air and that helps things root, you see, so that's why it's a good time of year. Lots of things you can take at the moment, especially your summer plants such as fuchsias, geraniums, salvias, and we'll do a few of those, but first I'll show you a technique that's fail-safe for me but it could well work for you. Okay, first of all you just want an ordinary pot, pretty deep. Fill up with no more than a third of potting compost. So there's about a third. The rest of the pot you fill with sharp sand. Ordinary builder's sharp sand. And I said the compost and the sharp sand, you can buy at Locks. And you fill the rest of the pot, and we're still here, yep, sharp sand. Nothing special is needed, you see. What I've done, the sand, I've sort of dampened it down a little bit. If it's too dry, you have a job to get the cuttings in. And you want to have a nice damp start for the cuttings. But as you take them, as soon as you cut one, it's starting to wilt. So as soon as it gets in some damp sand, better it is for the cutting. So I'll try some fuchsias. This is a hardy fuchsia, but it would work the same on your summer fuchsias. As you say, it's a bit of a leggy plant. And we're going to make some nice new plants out of it. So I would take something about this size, and we'll show you what to do. So that will do for now. There we go, and he will shoot out all new. Don't waste anything. Fuchsia cuttings. So we're cutting about that size. What you want to do first is just clip any flowers off that may be on it. You want all the energy to be in the stem and to grow some roots. Then take the bottom leaves off, about 1, 2, 3 up, and so we leave the top 3 on. And then just run your fingernail or a pair of scissors or a sharp knife just down the stem and take off all those little lumps and bumps that are there, so it's nice and smooth. And all you have to do then is pop them in the sharp sand, about down to the first leaves you've got there. And of those bottom 3, most of those should throw out a root. So if you only leave one, you've got less chance of it rooting. So and pop them in nice and close. You will see on most of the books, even on Gardener's World, they will start putting cuttings around the edge and one in the middle. I'm showing you the nursery technique, which is a trick of the trade. And they don't do it like that because otherwise they'd end up with thousands of cuttings, 5 in a pot, it wouldn't work. They put loads of cuttings all in together.
In the middle of filming? Oh, sorry.
Like so. There we are. I think I just can't keep them out. And then, so, about that close, just press them in a little bit so they're nice and firm in there. We're going to get lots of cuttings in this pot. I could get about 50, 100 cuttings depending on what plant in a pot this size. We're going to try salvias. You'll find that all in flower now in the garden. But it's a good time now to take them. What we want to do is just cut the flowers off, do exactly the same, the bottom leaves, and we'll go 2 up this time. There's not so many. And again, smooth that down so it's nice and smooth. And pop in your salvia. See, if the sand is wet, they push in. If the sand is dry, you struggle to get them in. You can still do it with a pen or a dibber, but it's the best way to do it. And don't firm the sand down too much until you've got all the cuttings in. Take the flower off the top. So you're left with something like that. I say all those little lumpy bits, take off. That's where moisture might lie and rot your cotton out. Cotton even. Rot the cotton out, so we don't want that. And if they've got little hairy stems, just take those little hairs off as well, because they all trap moisture. So there's 2 of those we'll put in. We'll do some penstemon. This one's not in flower at the moment. It's a lovely pink penstemon, Hidcock pink. And you can go around and take as many cuttings as you need. Again, the method is just the same as before. Take off those bottom leaves. A good time this time of year is to go around nurseries and even come to lots, and you'll find there's lots of plants now that have finished flowering but have still got lots of lovely shoots on. And off one plant you can make about 6 to 12 other plants. Shouldn't be telling you this. It's a secret. Then pop them in, just the same as we did the others. And you can see how many cuttings you're going to get in here. I mean, there's about 10 in there now. What else do we have? So we have some rosemary. It's a good time for your summer herbs. Lavender, rosemary, sage. It's a good time to get those cuttings away. It's a good time of year because then they will root before the winter as it gets colder, and they've got an established root to start sprouting next spring. If you leave it too late, they haven't made a root, it's very cold, and chances are they're going to rot away. So, a little bit of rosemary. We're doing exactly the same with those. Just be getting the idea now. There we go. And we'll do one more. What we will do a lemon verbena, which is a very straggly plant, and these are the sort of plants to look out for. They haven't got any flowers, they're not going to give you much more this summer, but they are going to give you lots of new plants. Take the strongest of the lemon verbena. Hello. It smells gorgeous. And just pop those in. Now the thing to do, once you've filled the pot full of cuttings, as many as you want to take, is to give it good water. And I would flood it. Because it's sand, it doesn't all soak in straight away. So give it a little water, wait till that's gone through, and then a little more until you see the water starting to run out the bottom. Then you know it's. Now they will need regular watering, especially for the first 2 weeks. Don't let them dry out. Oh, this is the good bit, because I'm going to show you what I've done earlier. So that's all you need to do. Wait for that water to drain through, which it is now, and put that somewhere not in fierce sunlight. Ordinary light is good. Don't put them in the shade. Get some light to them, get some warmth to them, and they will soon root out. One I did earlier, good blue Peter moment now. So these are some cuttings that were taken about 3 weeks ago, and they should be rooted now. A good way to check is if the roots are starting to come out of the bottom of the pot. The other way is if you can pull them. If you can pull them out of the pot easy, they haven't rooted. If they're putting up a little bit of resistance, you could well be in luck. Let them have a go. Yeah, they're in there firm. So, first thing to do is to shake it all out. And these are salvias. This is Amstrad. And in 3 weeks, there is your root. And as I said, loads in that pot. Why put loads of cuttings in a pot? They do produce their own hormone. Some might not have so much. By putting them close together, a strong one will spread the root hormone to the weaker one. So you get more cuttings that root than if you were putting them around the pot. So there's the secret. And just gently break this up. You can always use the sand again for your next lot. There we go. And just pop those on. And in whatever compost mix you use, put a little bit of sharp sand in with it to pot them on, because they're used to it. And there we go. And they will carry on growing now and produce a nice little plant of about that size, I would have thought, by the winter. Then protect them through the winter, and you're away for next summer. There we go, one after the other. So that's the secret of taking cuttings. Thank you very much.